evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the English news from Djibouti channel. Here are the top stories of our edition tonight. The headlines are: the Minister of Finance has a major meeting on regional integrations. On continental news, surprise victory of pro-European in the Netherlands voting. That were our top stories, and now let's get to the detail. The President of the Republic, Excellency Mr. Ismail Omar Guelleh, addressed today a message of congratulations to the Prime Minister re-elected yesterday from India, Mr. Narendra Modi, following the overwhelming victory of his political formations in the legislative elections in April and May that took place in this country. In his message, President Guelleh held a dazzling victory, sign of massive membership around the political leadership of Mr. Narendra Modi. By taking you back to the head of the government, the Indian sovereign people has undoubtedly wanted to reward your determination to make your nation definitively integrate into the restricted circle of the greatest power in the world, wrote the head of state in Essentials Djibouti. I'm sure that this renewed confidence will be an additional dynamic in your dedication to lead India to further progress, economic, creativity, and social development, said the President of the Republic, before reiterating his warm congratulations to the re-elected Prime Minister of India. Indian Prime Minister also Narendra, who won the parliamentary elections for most populous democracy in the world, held consultations on Friday to prepare his second term. The Bharatiya Janata Party of the Hindu nationalist leaders was created with 303 seats in the lower house of parliament out of the 542 at stake in a gigantic vote spanning 6 weeks, according to the near final result of the count. The Minister of Economy and Finance chaired this morning a national validations and consultation meeting on the Horn of Africa Regional Integration Project. The initiative of the Horn of Africa is an initiative led by 5 countries of the sub-region, namely the Republic of Djibouti, Ethiopia, Eritrea, Somalia, as well as Kenya. The 5 countries have decided to interconnect and integrate their economy and infrastructure thanks to the financial support of the European Union and the World Bank, which have generated a total budget of 4.5 million euro. It should be noted that this initiative has its source in its recent development in the sub-region and the resulting peace dividends. In his speech, the Secretary General urged the various departments working on the issues of regional integration to take advantage of the initiative and quickly propose innovative approach so that the Republic of Djibouti can confirm its exemplary place of continental integrations. The Minister of Urbanism, Environment and Tourism, His Excellency Mr. Mohammed Abdul Qadir Moussa, participated in Jeddah since Wednesday, the 8th meeting of the Council of Ministers of Environment of the member countries of the regional organizations for the conservation of the environment of the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden, better known by its acronym PERSCA. PERSCA, which is a regional organization of Red Sea and Aden Gulf countries, is concerned with the conservation and protection of the marine environment. During the high-level session, the minister was accompanied by Mr. Aden Hassan Elmi, technical advisor to the Minister of Planning, Environment and Tourism, Mr. Ali Mirah Shehem, Director of Maritime Affairs, and Mr. Ali Musa Miad. The Secretary General of the Minister of Equipment and Transport, Mr. Saeed Nuh Hassan, gave yesterday at the Sheraton Hotel the kick-off of the workshop on investigations on of the daily displacement of the people and network and urban transport. In doing, he had at his side several senior officials from different sectoral institutions, in particular the director of transport, the latest Sultan Mohammed, of the dean, the faculty, the University of Djibouti, Mrs. Asha, and also the workshop saw the participation of all public urban transport in the Union of Bus and Minibus Owners, and also public transport of Djibouti, of the Union of Taxi Owners, the involvement of stakeholders, including sectoral institutions. The Minister of National Education and Vocational Training, Mustafa Mohamed Mahmoud, invited around a collective iftar the entire educational community Thursday at the headquarters of the ministry. Deputies and other civil and political figures took part in this moment of conviviality and sharing. The Minister of Labor responsible for the reform of administration, Mr. Osman Ibrahim Robles, said during his speech, first of all, he expressed his sincere thanks and gratitude to all teachers for the excellent work done in school and urged to continue their effort to give a better services in different files, especially in education. Also, the Minister of Education, Mr. Mustafa Mohamed Mahmoud, said he was happy to share this moment of sharing and placing in conviviality and spiritual elevations with all of its constituents. The minister has long looked back on My School project and his civic days as a rich and new experience that incorporates the major environmental concerns of the century, citizen and volunteer action, to include the school in the vast building side of civility, because it's at school that one learns the well-being. And he underlined that the Djiboutian school is entry into the area of citizenship. And now let's move on continental news. In Netherlands was on Thursday, with the UK waiting for Brexit, the first member country of the European Union to vote to elect the new parliament in Strasbourg, and the first to reveal, according to an exit survey conducted for the NOS public channel result. According to these professional results, 5 plus 2 of the 26 seats attributed to the kingdom, he would have almost doubled the number of his vote from 9.4% to 18.1%. Here we arrive at the end of this news edition. Thank you for watching us. Goodbye.